Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video, Save Fitted Act 2. Top 10 hilarious Patrick Star moments. So we finna get into some Patrick moments. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
There's stupidity, and then there's Patrick. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and
Firmly
today we're
grasp
counting
it
down
in
our
your
picks
hand.
for the top 10 Patrick Star moments.
Firmly grasp it.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day.
Yeah. Get to the video.
We'll be looking at the funniest and most iconic moments involving SpongeBob SquarePants' best friend.
All right,
Pinhead, your time is up. You call it Pinhead.
Number 10, it's not my wallet.
Okay, Man Ray, are you ready for your first day at Goodness School?
Granted, it was probably a bad idea from the beginning to include Patrick in any scenario that involves teaching someone to be good, because the starfish's ignorance has been known to irritate even the most patient of people. So you can imagine why a supervillain like Man Ray was pushed over the edge. While SpongeBob tries to show the evildoer how to be nice, he asks Patrick to take part in a little role-playing where Man Ray tries to return his dropped wallet. Let's just say it doesn't go so well.
Then take it.
It's not my wallet.
Oh, you dimwit! Take back your wallet or I'll rip your arms off!
Wrong.
Number 9, not until 4.
See, that's why you must always pay attention to the mountain.
You can always count on Patrick to blurt out the most nonsensical things, even in times of crisis. When a sandboarding accident causes SpongeBob to be sent plummeting towards the ground, Sandy yells out instructions on how to minimize the damage. Patrick chimes in, and what comes out of his mouth is not very helpful. We do learn, however, that he does have something of a schedule for his stupidity, as he's gotta go and be an idiot somewhere at 4. Wonder how that turned out.
Don't you have to be stupid somewhere else?
Not until 4.
Number 8, where's the leak, ma'am?
Aw, look at him. Ain't he a doll? All he needs is a tie.
Patrick kinda got the short end of the stick when SpongeBob's evil doppelganger came to life and started wreaking all kinds of havoc. Not that we particularly mind, because every time he gets hurt in this episode, it is rather hilarious. One such example is when SpongeBob and Patrick are stuck down a hole of Doodlebob's making. Obviously thinking that it wasn't enough, he decides to drop a doodle wrench on Patrick's head. From the impact, we can only guess that it's just as heavy as a real one.
See what I mean, Patrick?
Where's the leak, ma'am?
Number 7, push it somewhere else.
We should push it somewhere
It was
else.
all wiggly.
In the wake of a giant worm attack, the citizens of Bikini Bottom fear for their lives. While thinking up solutions, Patrick comes up with the initially rejected plan of pushing the entire city to a different location. As it turns out, while the residents seem to have faith in SpongeBob and Sandy's ability to catch the worm, they immediately fall back on Patrick's plan. This turns out to be a good idea with a poor execution, as by the end of the episode, Bikini Bottom winds up getting crushed under said worm. A for effort, though.
Ouch.
Number 6, Wumbo.
I'd like to speak to Murphy.
Is Wumbo even a word? Patrick seems to think so. After accidentally shrinking Squidward with Mermaid Man's stolen utility belt, SpongeBob seeks Patrick's advice on how to fix the problem. His solution is turning the M insignia upside down into a W, essentially turning it from Mini to Wumbo. In fact, Patrick seems to be an expert on the subject, but with his excessive knowledge in Wumbology. As it happens, his argument falls to pieces when he too is shrunk down to minuscule size. So much for Wumbo.
Wumbo, you Wumbo, me, she, me, Wumbo.
Number 5, Finland. Doodlebob strikes again, literally. And this time, he's armed with a bowling ball. As SpongeBob and Patrick try to figure a way out of the hole after recovering from the wrench to the head, Doodle manages to literally splatter Patrick into several pins with just a single throw. We're guessing that it must have hurt, because when SpongeBob asks if he's okay, he responds like this.
You okay, Patrick?
Finland!
Either Patrick has quite the concussion, or he was hit so hard that he actually ended up in said Nordic country. Number 4. Inner Machinations.
Besides, if I showed you what was inside, it wouldn't be a secret anymore. Duh!
Patrick and his antics surrounding the mysterious box that seemed to cause him an endless amount of joy made for one of the funniest episodes of the series, mainly due to both SpongeBob and the audience's growing desire to see what exactly he was hiding in there. Patrick doesn't make it easy though, even lecturing his friend that he couldn't comprehend what's inside, since his innermost thoughts are far too complex for your average undersea folk. This is perfectly encapsulated with the visual representation of a carton of spilled milk. Yep, that's Patrick all right.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Number 3. The Ugly Barnacle.
Oh, hi, Patrick. I'm confused.
Yes, I am.
Patrick, everyone is running away from me.
Patrick may truly care for his friend deep down, but in terms of offering moral support, he is the last person you should go to. When SpongeBob ends up with horrendously bad breath, civilians start running away from him in order to avoid the smell. But thanks to a few offhand remarks by Patrick, he starts to believe it's because he's ugly. Patrick, being the sensitive soul that he is, tries to cheer him up with a story about an ugly barnacle, except it ends up having the complete opposite effect.
Once there was an
Ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died.
That didn't help at all.
Number 2. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Mayonnaise an instrument?
No,
Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
With Patrick's IQ being what it is,
Horseradish
you
is
can
not an
imagine that his
instrument
knowledge
either.
of musical instruments is about as low as everything else. When Squidward gathers the main residents of Bikini Bottom together to form a marching band, he asks if anyone has any previous experience with any kinds of instruments. As it happens, Patrick does indeed have a back catalog, just as long as you count mayonnaise and horseradish as actual experience. We may never actually get to see him play any condiments, but it can't be denied he is a natural drummer. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Guess what? We're not cavemen. We have technology.
Can you take hats in a dignified and sophisticated manner?
You mean like a weenie? Okay. May I take your hat, sir? May I take your hat, sir?
I think you laid it on a teensy bit thick there, old pal.
Number 1. No, this is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Not since Leonidas' signature war cry has a phrase been uttered with so much conviction that it resonates within the hearts of warriors everywhere.
This is Sparta!
Though in this case, it's because it's just plain funny. Taken on board as a staff member at the Krusty Krab, Patrick tries his hand working the phone. However, as customers call in and ask if they're indeed calling the right establishment, Patrick gives what can only be considered a legendary response. If you didn't know his name before, you will after this.
Is this the
It's
Krusty
just
Krab?
No! This is Patrick!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.